Caterpillar subsidiary Progress Rail began the lockout after employees refused an offer that would have cut their benefits and salary by more than half.
They said that they have no intention to move this facility out of London.
Get back to the table, Caterpillar! Get your ass down here, Prime Minister Harper!
Where's our government? Don't they care about our city and our people? Why?
After 34 days of being locked out in the cold, the hammer has fallen. Electromotive Diesel is closing.
465 families, 2,000 families in London, and here's a corporation that has generated $6 billion of profit.
13 workers had just finished their shift catching and vaccinating chickens at a Hampstead poultry farm when they boarded the extended van to return home. They were only 50 meters from the farm when the van collided with a flatbed truck just before 5 p.m. Monday.
I've never seen that much damage in a motor vehicle collision before.
2 massage parlors and a strip club were hit in 3 separate fires in London on Sunday morning. The fires at the 3 separate locations in London were called in at 4:40, 5:04, and 5:15 a.m.
While Morehouse pled guilty to the one charge after an extensive police investigation, what was revealed this morning was that there was absolutely no evidence that the throwing of the banana was racially motivated.
So, just so we know what's what, the former small is now the extra small. The extra large is the large. No, that's the medium, which was the large.
This week we're starting to hear details about what went wrong operationally, what patients were placed at risk, including right here in London, Ontario.
Imagine a city where the river runs through it. Imagine a city where dreams can come true. Imagine your future, how you want it to be. In London, the city of opportunity.
It's very important that everybody keep an open mind and everybody not have a rush to judgment.
Hatred, a lot of hatred, not just for me, but for my family.
It turned my head because I didn't want to see it. I could hear her calling my name.
This is the girl you killed, alright? She's not missing anymore. She's dead.
I didn't do anything.
Well, that's not entirely true either.
That is entirely true.
First of all, my son's innocent.
Justice for Tory.
That's enough. I wanted to scream something in the courtroom, but we just couldn't do it. Happy, excitement, but at the same time there was a sense of loss because Tory's not coming home.
We believe that justice was done.
And it was all for this little girl right here. Not just Tory, but for every little child in Canada that doesn't deserve what happened to her. Hey, Victoria!
A water arch greeted the London Knights as they returned to the city, 12 hours after falling to the host Shawinigan Cataracts at the Memorial Cup. City officials organized a win-or-lose celebration for the team. The cheering crowds gathered at City Hall and lined the streets all the way to the Covent Garden Market, right beside the newly named London Knights Way. The London Lightning defeated the Halifax Rainmen in the 5th game of the National Basketball League Championship Series.
It was a new league. We started from ground zero, and I came in and I did what I said I was going to do, and that's bring a championship.
Lord Stanley's Cup made a return visit to the Forest City. Native sons Drew Doughty and Jeff Carter of the Los Angeles Kings started their day with the Cup with a reception at London City Hall.
The day after a St. Patrick's Day riot that has attracted international attention, Fanshawe College has moved swiftly, suspending 8 students who now face possible expulsion.
We will not have students who behave in this way in our college.
They just assume because you're from Fanshawe, you're part of that crowd, and the majority of us aren't.
You drive down by the lake, right up to Godrich, if not farther. There's tons of homes for sale just because of the wind turbines. Nobody wants them, except for the people making money off them.
Hey, McGinty! No turbines! No way!
So we're making a choice.
It's the end of an era. This weekend, Storybook Gardens will give their 4 harbor seals an official send-off before being trucked to their new home at the St. Louis Zoo.
Yesterday we learned that 2 of our Storybook Garden seals died on their way to St. Louis Zoo.
About 20 placard-waving men and women protesting the potential closure of the Bethesda Center.
We want to keep the center open. We've already raised enough for the center to stay open for an additional year.
Opened in 1851, it was called the Mount Elgin Indian Industrial School. Young Native boys and girls, taken from their families, lived, worked, and suffered there.
The straps was that long and about that wide. And if you didn't cry, it'd just keep hitting you.
We need to move beyond the sadness.
Workers were busy Monday removing the familiar John Labatt Center blue letters and replacing it with a shiny red Budweiser garden sign.
No one wants to be in a cell with 3, 4, 5 people in there. You have people sleeping on the floor. You can't have a dog housed in that size of area. You'd be fine. The dog would be taken away.
An exclusive story in Friday's London Free Press showed a Public Works Canada check stub for $1,700 bearing an invoice number that matches a Marconi Club invoice for the reception.
So I'm not going to deal with, blurry images on a newspaper. I want to see the real documentation. No one has ever talked to me about this particular issue in 7.5 years and even since.
For him to be using our tax dollars to pay for his son's wedding reception is totally unacceptable.
London City does not need a sloppy Joe as a mayor!
I'm innocent. And I've been given a mandate by the people of London.
To not discuss this issue is absurd at best and a dereliction of duty at worst. I'm certainly not saying that he's not guilty. It's not my job.
In 30 years, this is the first time 8 people in council are running the city.
You, sir, have insulted the others on council. 8 people aren't running this city. The council runs this city, not 8 people. You got it all wrong.
A downtown retail icon is closing its doors. Novak's, a destination spot on King Street for decades, has announced it's getting out of the retail business.
And they are here today to voice their displeasure. They're putting their money where their mouth is, quite frankly, and taking a principled stand with integrity to let the minister know that we expect her to come to the bargaining table.
$400 for new equipment and $250 to play hockey, and now it's canceled.
The support is out there for many of our teachers.